yeah, man. Yo, it is what it is, and it'll be what it'll be. I'm Pacou Mutombo doing brr. And that's Confi'Dance on that. The peer. This is a show that brings you people you need to know when you need to know. And right here, we got the people who host street dances in their academy every time, to the point where international dancers, whenever they set foot in SA, they go to Kryptonite Dance Academy. They don't like me saying that, but it's a fact. It's go on to their IGs, you'll see what I'm talking about, bro. You'll see who's there. The likes of Mary Poppins, Hurricane, Angel, and I can go on Lilu, bro. Their academy. But they don't like me saying that. That's why I said it first. So girls, guys, what's up?
Hello. Hey, how are you?
We got Zoyi, we got Eugene. In a nutshell, I know I spewed quite a bit, but tell us about you. To people who don't know you, who are you guys?
You want to go? No, because you know mine's going to take a minute, right? So
Exactly, that's what I like.
Okay, so who am I? I always try to answer that question like that, like who am I and not what do I do?
Truth.
So Zoyi Lindi Eugene is a African female who is of the age of 27 at this moment, who's basically just trying to create a platform for dance, which is seen internationally, however not here. I was born and raised in different places, therefore I also have I would like to bring that understanding to Africa.
Okay.
And just the notion that we're all Africans at the end, and that's how we need to basically move. We need to move as if we're one. I feel as though as Africans, we kind of separate ourselves a lot, and just due to that fact of separation, somebody told me, in order for you to have a strong unit, a strong Africa, the people on the continent have to be respected. So I just feel as though the people on our continent, we're not respected, we're not looked at. Therefore, how are other Africans all over the world supposed to be respected, you know? So for me, it's just, that is my vision and that is my goal. And that is basically who I am, man.
Let's go.
See what she has. She breaks every day. Like, she want to win a pitch. Just
Yeah, if you want to win a pitch, they started with me.
let it start.
I'm sold right now, by the way. But anyway, let's get it.
My story is more boring than that. That's why.
No, it's not. Guys, this story is lit.
Let you go back here. So, anyways, my name is Eugene Remember Baloyi. Yes, those are all my names.
All of them, even remember.
All my names, yeah. Eugene, remember. That's why even my handle is Remember
Eugene?
That is my
Yeah.
name.
Oh,
I'm sorry, my phone.
all this time I thought it was.
Yeah, Remember Eugene. So,
Oof,
first
okay.
name is actually Komanani. So Komanani is bringing together Eugene, and obviously because you had to have that English name.
Yeah. Government.
Ish, the calm. It calm.
So Eugene, I'm actually born and raised in Atteridgeville. Yes, I was born in Atteridgeville, California Hospital. Funny enough. Crazy. I know, that's what I'm saying. My story, Africa. Story.
Oh, it's still Africa.
Hey, that word is dope though, by the way.
Alright, let's get it.
Don't let it. Grew up in Atteridgeville, moved to Kempton Park at some point, lived in Glenmarais for like 3 years or so. First school I went to was Tesha King Lenin Academy. I was always in the hood. Then, yes, I went to Tesha King Lenin Academy up until I was in grade 3. From there, moved to Irene, moved to the burbs.
We in it.
You know, when the parents got right, when the parents moved up. Definitely, but definitely, like on the real, like my story has always been trying to be the first, because I come from a family before me that there hadn't been anybody that had traveled. There hadn't been anyone that had worked outside of the norms: police officer, a doctor, a lawyer. So I've always been about the other side. In my house, I was known as the hip hop kid.
Oh, word.
That's trying to be the American. You know, every time, hombre. Yo. So that's where Eugene actually comes from.
Nice, man. So with that being said, how did you two meet, and what brought you guys together? Was it dance?
Hey, this story. Okay, let me tell you because I think I tell this story best.
All right.
So we met. Okay, guys, I was that girl who I feel like most street dances in South Africa. This is how we started, like just music video. Okay, we're doing this. Yeah, and you would just kind of follow what's going on MTV.
Yeah.
Right. So that was me. And then, so I was like, okay, I want to start a crew, right? This time I was probably, 15?
Yeah.
I was around like 15. I was going to Manor at that time. And then somebody told me, yo, there's Eugene and Dirkie and they dance, right?
Dirkie,
yeah, they were like, oh no, so you want to start a crew? There's Eugene and Dirkie and they dance. And then we were like, okay, cool, perfect. So then what we decided to do, I hit them up, I hit Eugene up.
Yeah.
And I was just like, hey, I want to start a crew, great, how you feeling about it? He was like, sure, At first, guys, kid you not, Kryptonite was gonna be called Sinister.
Sinister.
Sinister, okay?
Why?
Thank you. Right, guys, it didn't happen, allow. It didn't happen, okay? So we were gonna get called Sinister. Guys, my sister and I designed, stickers, t-shirts, everything. We're like, yeah, we're coming out Sinister. Then,
Wait, did you did you get it printed and all that stuff already?
hell yeah, I was on my age, bruh. My sister and I, we were ready. We were ready for anything, right?
And then what happened?
Oh, it's getting there because there was foul play here. So,
Oh man.
cool. Eugene then says, okay, cool, you can come to Irene, right? So I'm like, Irene, like, who dances in Irene? Like, who wants to be in Irene to dance, like a primary school? Because I was just like, nah, guys, And then, cool, I get there. And then he's like, okay, you're auditioning. I said, whoa, wait.
Oh.
I'm auditioning for my crew.
It was only right.
The crew that I made the stickers and everything for. I'm auditioning to be in that crew, my crew. Yeah, let's see what you have. You know what? I didn't let it get to me. I was just like, put that music on, boom, did my thing, right? And then after that, they were like, okay, cool. I think they said, we see potential. I was just like, They're like, we see potential, and we're gonna start rehearsals, right? And I think, what competition were we gunning for?
It was Strictly Hip Hop.
We were gunning for Strictly Hip Hop. Yes, we were gunning for Strictly Hip Hop, okay? Cool. Now, we were supposed to arrange rehearsals. The only person bugging people to rehearse is me, right? I'm bugging, guys. When we dancing, guys. When we getting up, guys. When do you, I'm bugging them. Then on the day of Strictly Hip Hop, I see him there with a whole brand new team. Tumi, Mamelo, Dirk, everybody. How? Brand new team. He couldn't even look at me in the eye. And that's why y'all lost. I'm just letting you know. My underground homies are strong. That's why y'all lost, okay? That's why.
You have got to be kidding
That
me.
is how, and that's literally how. And then after that,
Two sides.
no, he's lying. That's the only side. That's the only side. Don't come here. That's a lie. And then from that, I was like, after you lose, I think you get humbled after you lose, right? And I think it was, 4 Deep, where they did the ice box.
Yeah, icebox.
So y'all lost bad, y'all got beaten, y'all got chowed. So they got humbled, right? So after they got humbled, who's in my inbox? Yeah, Zoyi, can we rehearse? No, I apologize. No, Dirkie and I.
You got the receipts for that?
Homie. And then straight after that, that's when we decided, okay, we're gonna start this crew properly. And then that's where the name Kryptonite formed.
Why Kryptonite?
We're all Smallville fans.
Oh.
Yeah, that's where that comes from.
We're all Smallville fans. And just the mere fact that Kryptonite was his only weakness, so we basically said we're gonna be every other team's weakness.
Oh.
That's basically,
that sounds profound.
yeah.
Man.
And I mean, Kryptonite, even on the show, Kryptonite had different personalities and features. So that intrigued all of us. As much as I know everyone watched it for Superman, we were like, that thing.
Yeah.
That's the underdog. That's the thing that, you know, even the strongest human being is scared of. That's something that we can be, because even when we came out of the scene as Kryptonite, we were always seen as studio dancers, the underdogs. And you know the crazy thing about
guys.
that story.
No, I've never
fact
paid
that
for dance.
We got labeled for something that we were not.
We weren't.
Just because we were we were packaged because we were seen in a particular environment. When you actually look at like all of us, even just going back a little bit there behind, we could dance before we joined a studio. And back then, what studios used to do, especially if you're black and you could dance, they would attract you. They would find us and attract you. Like say, because like I said, being a kid that has never gone out,
You want to go
there's
overseas.
opportunities.
Yeah, you want to leave.
Cities. You never thinking.
Oh.
You thinking I'm gonna get us Pacou.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get us. You know, that's the furthest off. Or we gonna go mainland. That's the furthest off. They were
Yeah.
telling us.
Let's
there's
battle
a
at Menlyn.
possibility.
Now, I can go to Sun City.
You can go to Sun City for dance. You can go overseas for dance. Now you're starting to see, but you need to join us. So that's
Yeah.
how that started. So that's literally how Kryptonite was formed. And with us, I mean, just going backwards, the days of the initial Masters of Rhythm at Crawford in the 2004
Yeah.
in the boxing ring.
Yes, 2004.
I battled Jay then. That was my
What?
first
No,
You won.
I battled Jay. then.
Kayambe, yes.
Like I've been in the game since then.
No.
The time
OG.
What?
for our crew when Simba was still doing
You know, you gotta be.
when AI was still part of.
Yes.
So think about it. That was before
Oh
everything.
my God.
But we were already labeled
As
We
studio
were individuals
dancers.
that knew of stuff like that. When Strictly Hip Hop happened at Sunny Park, literally on a modeling ramp.
Yes.
That's when it first happened, and where 4 Deep won it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I jumped on stage that day. I actually freestyled.
What?
Yeah. We go way back.
Don't you remember?
You can't because you won't remember us. That's what I'm saying. We were the kids. We were always the kids that are like, you know, when a kid just jumps on stage and
You're like, okay,
there's no impact. It's like, okay, sure, whatever. It's about us. So even when we got into the game, we literally knew who was everybody, but no one knew who we were. So
Yeah.
even when we made the finals the first time in Strictly Hip Hop, the crowd was surprised. Because they're like, how come? Because already
Who are these kids
moving
with the white
into
people
this
in it?
competition- Exactly. Moving into this competition, it was already freeze frame, East Rand,
Yes.
Twitch, Victoria.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we're like, cool, but we're here.
We're
And
also
we know
here.
all of them. And
Yeah.
you know, but it was always like Kryptonite was always like very underdog. We were always the underdogs. And stuff.
Do you
That's
think-
what kept us going?
I'm gonna jump here. Do you think that's the reason why you guys took it at AC's Got Talent? Because everybody thought that, oh man, the dance crew, there's people who sing, there's people who do these tricks, the magicians, but here comes Kryptonite, a crew coming from humble beginnings and winning.
No, I don't think that's why we took it.
I think partly.
Partly, but I feel like my reason or how I'd like to think of it as how we took it is because we create narratives. A lot of crews go on there and they're just like, we're just dancing, you know, we're just gonna give you a flawless routine, you know, with no narrative. And I feel as though when you're doing stuff, especially for TV, and you're doing it for the note of, you know, an audience that barely understand dance and technique, you have to give them something else to bite on, which is a narrative, you know. So I feel as though for us, that was we understood from the get-go that was gonna be our game plan. And what we even did is we spoke to previous people who were in SA's Got Talent.
So you guys actually did your homework. You just
Of
didn't go there
course.
blindly.
We went
No,
back to
never.
every single crew. We spoke to Relapse, we spoke to Chucky, we spoke to Freeze Frame, we
spoke
spoke to
to Brandon, yeah.
we spoke to, I think Street Stylers came second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We spoke to them. We even went as far as speaking to in British Got Talent, Flawless came second. Also.
Yeah.
We went as far as doing our research and speaking to them, like, how did you do it? What went wrong with you guys? So with us, I think why I'm saying partly is because we've always been the underdogs, we've always been the guys that could always study everything because we've never had the spotlight, so we could always just come in,
Study, absorb,
look at
see.
everything that's going
Yeah.
on. And for us, it was always why something didn't work. Those were the conversations that we were having with every crew leader. And in the beginning, some people weren't even understanding, like, why are you asking me this?
Yeah.
And like, I don't want to know that. We just want to know what didn't work.
Yeah.
When certain, because that made us also go into the competition way differently. And another thing that people don't know, we actually did SS Got Talent twice. The first time we did it, we went with one person.
Angel.
We went with Angel.
Because that's all we had.
That's
we
all we had.
started.
Anyway, one
We
person.
went with
We just went
for
with
the
Angel
audition.
for the audition.
For the audition.
Like, this was the first time we ever auditioned for
year
SS
before.
Got
The
Talent.
year before.
The
Okay.
The year before. We just went with Angel.
And it was just a, sorry for cutting you, it was just a, let's go and try. Let's go see
what it's
everyone
about, you know?
is.
And at that time, I think Angel was like our own, wait.
Yeah,
She was like our only student. It's like the early days of Kryptonite. She was like still our only student. And then later on, we were like, okay, you know what? I think we can do this with a team. We can do this with an actual, like a team of 20.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
This is really great. I mean, looking at where you guys have come from, looked at being underdogs, and now here you are winning the whole thing and becoming the people that you are now, having an academy, like I said earlier on, that everybody knows. I know you guys don't like this, but it's the truth. Everybody knows the street dancer's home is Pitor. It's in Centurion. Why do I say that? Is because that place is far, man.
Yeah.
It's fair. But people drive there because they know it brings the vibe. And even the setup of your studio is just like, you just walk in and you're like, wow, guys, can I just live here? Do you know what I'm saying? It just has that feel of home. I don't know how you guys got it right, but it's working. So keep it going, because honestly speaking, there's going to be more street dances are going to come there, because now we at that stage where if you have never been, or let's say for instance 10 years down the line, you were never at Kryptonite,
Yeah.
you were never a hip hop head. That's where it's heading. Do you know what I'm saying? Coming from where you guys are just coming in to watch, but now it's like, yo guys, this we are it now. We are it. Because I mean, truth be told, name me another studio where when people come here, they go there because it's just the vibe.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll wait.
Currently not.
My point exactly.
Currently
Don't
not.
do that. Don't put
But-
us on
That's
that
the
spot
truth.
like that.
I'm stating facts.
Because
I'm
we have
stating
to-
facts.
We just have to like give flowers where it's due. Like if we had to go back to the culture, like dance work or something like that,
Yeah.
we took reference from what they did, because we saw how they used to take in anybody, whether you were privileged, whether you're not, whether you're from Cape Town or whether you're not. That was the one place. And where we were from, it was very isolated.
Nobody's going to Pretoria.
You couldn't be in that.
Nobody's going to
There was so
Pretoria.
much drama. So when we started our own academy, we looked at something like that. It's like, that's a place where if you go, even if I traveled from Pretoria, but that time we didn't have car trains. We used to go to dance work just to like the vibe, you know, just to
That's to sit.
because what people don't know, when we were in Pretoria, as much as we were in Irene at the studio, we were practicing outside, or we were practicing in a classroom. As much as that was the hall was for the
Formation.
formation, because we were like the ones that are always.
I think we
trying to
did
do-
for, I did formation once.
Yeah,
You
we did
did
formation
it. No,
twice.
you did.
Yeah, I did formation.
I did it once.
I did it twice.
I only did it once. But yeah. No, guys. Yeah, it's real, but nobody knows that side. Everybody just thinks, okay, Kryptonite Dance Academy is from a privileged.
I thought that, I'm not gonna lie. I thought that, I'm sure the people are gonna watch this.
Guys, my parents have never paid for dance. I've never been trained. Well, now I go for training, but I'm just saying prior to that, I have never been trained. I was never a trained dancer.
Yeah, until I actually wanted to talk about this, because what did you bring back? Because I know for a fact that you guys spent your own money to go overseas and
Yeah.
learn. You stayed for a month, if I'm not mistaken.
A month. We stayed for a year.
A year.
Stayed for a year.
You stayed for a year
Yeah.
to obviously, what's this? I can't say upskill because you guys.
It is upskilling.
Is
It
it-
is
can I say that?
upskilling. You
Okay.
can say that.
You could upskill your skills, and you've brought it back. Is what can you say? What did you bring back, if I can put it that way? What can you take from that you brought back, and now you say, okay, guys, this
Can I
is it.
start it and you finish?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
You know why? I want
Okay.
to start it. When we traveled to LA, our personal goals was we want to learn how to choreograph and dance like us personally. As much as we've been dancing for so long, we've entered competition, we had one It's Got Talent, we always felt that we were still not dancing like us, because competitions tell you need to dance a certain way. There's categories, there's this and that, and we could never have our own African feel to it, if I have to say it that way.
That's what
so
it is.
it was literally, how do we go and learn how to dance with us as people that have never been taught?
Do me a favor, explain us, because I can see Pacou's looking at it like a little, just explain the word us.
So, us
No.
is literally incorporating our own cultures, as much as we're hip hop, but our own culture, taking it back to the roots, taking it back to, that's what I'm saying, the comps, obviously, because there's certain rules, there's certain places, you could not do Bantu like that, you could not do Sportra, you could not do, because the category says it's hip hop, it's that. So, as much as we were doing that, we found ourselves not us at all. We find ourselves like studying the game and like, okay, so to win this competition, all you have to do is be clean, dance with
Lines,
the arms,
let's just have
there you go,
lines,
do
you know.
that. Next competition.
If you're gonna have a groove, put it in for like an 8 count and then,
8 count.
you out.
You know.
Don't do too much of it, because that's the way you win. Because we also realized that the way we freestyle is not the way we choreograph. And that was our biggest issue. Why is it that I cannot choreograph the way I freestyle? Or why is it that I can't put the way I freestyle onto 7 other people? And that's basically what we wanted to go and study. Yeah.
And it's showing now, because I mean, you guys have series and all that kind of stuff you guys are putting together. I don't know what it's called, but I know I saw your kids in the desert or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, yo man, all I can say is wherever you guys are heading, I know for a fact that you guys are building and grooming, if I can use the word monsters, we're gonna take over and change the game, because I swear the talent that's over there, I'm like, no, there's talent around, no doubt. But the vibes and talent that I've seen coming from you guys and everybody else that teaches with you guys or teaches? Yeah. You guys are really doing something big. And I don't know if it's gonna be next year or the year after that, you know what, when Kryptonite is really gonna say, yo, we are here. Yeah. Everybody's gonna feel like, okay, yeah, guys, we can't do anything because that kryptonite is affecting us. You know what I'm talking about?
I feel you.
So last question before we go. If you would change the industry, the entertainment industry, let's just say the dance industry, what would it be? One thing that you would change. What would it be and why?
One thing.
I know it's not one thing, but okay, maybe you can just spill it out quick fast.
I would like it that dance is enough. Like, I don't have to be an actress, a rapper, you know, I don't have to do, like, me just being a dancer in the entertainment industry is enough to pay all my bills. I feel as though as an industry, as dancers, we haven't reached that point. You know, I have to do so many other things out of my job description just to eat. And for me, I'm just like, why? When is it gonna be enough? Because in other countries, it's enough. It's way more than enough. Yep. And for us, it's like, oh, okay, so I gotta, like, why do I gotta model and dance and, like, come on, guys, like, and act, and if my job description is to be a dancer, let that be enough in South Africa.
Yo, I think for me, the biggest thing is respect. That's the one thing I would like to change. And when I'm saying respect, I don't mean it by just the outside world giving us respect. I think us as ourselves, as creatives, as artists, as dancers, respecting each other and being honest. I feel like there's a lot of untruthness amongst each other. I've seen it also in WhatsApp groups where people post things and people give fake gratification, you know? So we need respect, because if we can get respect from each other, we're gonna go super far.
It is what it is, and it'll be what it'll be, man. It's chilling with the best in my eyes. I don't know about you. Eugene and Zoyi, Kryptonite Dance Academy. Guys, thank you very much for coming through. I know for a fact that, you know, it's COVID, and, you know, we just waiting to level 1. So, yo, man, gigs are out there, and you need to make money. For you guys to come and actually spend time with us, really appreciate it. So thank you very much.
Always. It's always a blessing. Thank you for actually having us.
Oh, for sure, man. You know what I'm saying? Guys, when you get to SA, come to these guys. If anything, with that being said, How do they get hold of you guys?
Okay, so you can get a hold of us. The academy is Kryptonite Dance Academy. We have a creative agency, is Kryptonite Kreativz. That's what he was talking about the
Yes.
short stories. And then our handles are Remember Eugene and Zoyi Lindi. Zoyi.Lindi.
You always get it wrong. Hey. Hey.
Anyway, it is what it is. It'll be what it'll be, man. I'm Pacou Mutombo doing and that's Confi'Dance on net, man. Bringing you people you need to know when you need to know. I'm out of here, dog. I'm out.